So that last one was kind of about the client, and now this one's going to be more about the art. So balance, scale, emphasis, and composition. So this will really be good for the competition. All right, so these images here, I just kind of put it out there. These don't feel right to me. They feel off. I worked with enough professional models to know these ladies don't know how to move their body. I don't think they're professional models. And then also, if you were to study photos, when I'm going to break down what to look for and how to position a person, I worked with an amazing photographer who, now here, these girls, you can tell that they're professional models, or you could direct them. I have plenty of looks that I've done with high school kids, but I have directed their body and directed how I want them to stand and be. You could do that as well, because I can't afford professional models. So just the fact that, you know, her shoulders up and the beautiful balance here with, she's got a very, like a heart shape. When someone's bulby here in the forehead and they're more narrow in the chin, she could be an oval, but she could also, because her cheekbones come out, it's more of a heart. That will just be the difference between an oval and a heart. So, but this balance of the width in here just really is lovely, how that balances it off. And then the style on the right. What you want to look for in any composition is a triangle. So if this is the point of the triangle, you can see that there's a triangle right here. And then if this is the point of the triangle, you can see that that's a triangle right there. And her face is another triangle, and her body is another triangle. So it always is pleasing to the eye that happens. So now here I found these two styles on Pinterest, and look at their shoulders. This girl on the right is definitely arcing it in. That is a very awkward position, her bones sticking out. This girl is not quite there. So we have a combination of, you know, something that looks professional and something that looks more amateur. And it takes a while. And I know that a lot of the people who put out photos like this, they're not just one person. Many times they're an artistic team, and it takes a lot of heads working together. So looking at these photos here, I was looking at these with Christine yesterday when we were just going over the class. And so again, we're talking about balance, and on the left, there just seems to be a lot going on. It just feels awkward. Christine had noticed that this is just too big, and it is. It's like kind of too big. And then on the right, it just is, her body again is in a more beautiful position, her neck, and she's got this softness in here that bridges the gap that's missing here. And so you've got just, again, it's training your eye. So when you look at magazines, you look at fashion magazines, you look at, your designers are always creating a total look. And here we were discussing that, to me, her makeup here on the left is okay. It's a little Egyptian in its feel, but the earrings just don't seem to add to the look. And then on the right, she's just gorgeous. She's just on point, and with everything, it's just really pretty. On the left here, the look is asymmetrical, but then the design itself is symmetrical. And here on this side, the design has the triangle that we're looking for, and it works. Here on the right, this size here matches the size, and that's what creates the balance in this look. Is the size of the flowers match the size of the hairstyle. And what you have is almost this section and this are almost equal in size, and that just creates a nice symmetry and balance. On the left, you will look, when you look at your designer, when you look at your hairstyles that are put out by, you know, professionals, typically they don't have earrings, because the earrings can really date a look, and you want a timeless look. This is timeless. The makeup is beautiful and modern, but it would stand the test of time. But here the hoops just kind of throw it off, and there's just too much going on. Now here we have, obviously the look on the left is certainly fun. It's super fun, and more is more, but you kind of don't know where to look. And then a photo really needs to draw you in. So this here, to me, I don't know where to look. Her makeup is doing one thing, and her earring, and she's all over. But here I'm like drawn in. The beautiful soft mouth, the soft eyes, and I'm drawn in to the textures and the shape, and you can see these differences. I am in love with the photo here on the right. And if you notice, now a photographer, and I've worked with many photographers, they will shoot. And then there's that shot. But the reason why this shot works is because this hair piece here is balanced with this elbow. And so the total composition here is just really working. And on the left, it's like her makeup is cool, but something's off. Something's off with the balance, the scale, the finish. It's just a little off and it doesn't tell a story. There's not a vision. Do you guys talk about mood boards, Chris and Christine? Do the kids make mood boards before they do a look? Yeah, mood boards are huge. So, I have a couple other, and there's a unit in the Facebook group. It's called Fantasy Unit, and it talks about having a color palette, a mood board, a vision, and then you know what to take out of the photo, what to keep in, and it just helps you stay on point. So obviously with Bridgerton, you can say the look on the left is fun, and the look on the left is what I would say is kitsch. When you hear that word kitsch, it's fun, it's comical, it's humorous. Where the look on the right is more serious. So there's a mood cheer image, and so that's also part of like what's on your mood board. What do you want your hairstyle to feel like? What emotions do you want to give the viewer? And so that's just some other things to think about when you go. I read the person who put this up was Pinterest, and you can see here there's pieces of an old 80s wedding gown. And when she had gone to you could go to the Goodwill and you could get a wedding gown for like $20. You could rip it apart, cut it up, put some netting underneath her shoulders, throw some pearls around her neck. Like, you could do this stuff, and it's not that hard. It's just really looking into the picture, like, what did they do here? Oh, this applique they put here, and it's fun. You rip the stuff apart, you get your glue gun out, and there's no right or wrong. So in creating, it's super important to just go for it. Now I'm going to move into scale here. And so what happens when you get an updo client or a bride, and she has a massive amount of hair, and there might be some padding in here, because sometimes people, if they don't know how to do an internal structure with their own hair, they'll use padding and all the hair. Now, if this girl here on the right was to lift her chin, her balance is fine, but she's not going to walk around like that at the wedding. She's going to lift her chin, and then this thing's going to be hanging off her back of her head like a big wart. It's just not balanced well. You can see this girl's face up here is priceless. I mean, the work is beautiful. But it's just off. And so you could be super talented and still just be a little off with your scale. This is the same girl, and she is a little off on the left here. Scale wise, that's bigger. If you were to draw a circle around all this, that would be bigger than this. But here, with her beautiful forehead, you could just see this, just a nicer